Because most times, one of the problems or issues partners have with a long distance relationship is how do we connect emotionally? Once the emotional connection is not there, the tendency for partners to cheat becomes very high. So how do you connect with your husband? How do you meet his needs? Especially because men like sex. They feel emotionally connected when they share their body with their wives. So what do? You have to try to send love text messages. Tell him how you feel. Tell him how your body is. Sexting with your husband.
This particular. You would agree with me that time differences, conflicting work schedules, different energy levels at different times during the day can cause great distance and disconnection in communication with our loved ones. They say distance means little when someone means much, forgetting the fact that distance has the ability to break bonds and trust. So we meet today in the house. We've got our relationship guru, the CEO of Ask Mercy Relationship and Career Affairs, Sister Mercy Chiapaka. I believe she has a whole lot of advices to give to us, especially people having long distance relationships, which I know I cannot. It's Think Tank TV and I'm Kinara Precious. In case you're new to the subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media handles for more of shows like this. Good afternoon, Sister Mercy. Welcome on the show today. It's always a pleasure having you in the house.
Thank you. Happy to be here once again.
All right. Okay, so what advice do you have to give us on the issue we're talking about today, distance relationship? It's something I know most people have issues with, something most people are struggling with. So what do you have to tell us on that?
Okay, before we look at giving advice on long distance relationships, we want to first of all look at what are long distance relationships.
Definitely.
Long distance relationships are relationships that are enacted or entered into two persons that are romantically inclined with each other but are separated by diverse geographical regions.
All right.
Meaning, for instance, you're in Port Harcourt and then you're in a relationship with someone that is in America. Or you're in Port Harcourt and you're in a relationship with someone that is in Abuja. So you see the different geographical regions and even culture. The culture there in the state of Abuja, for instance, is totally different from here. So entering into such relationships with persons can be very challenging. Not everyone is called into entering into the long distance relationship.
I'm not called.
Yes. Not everybody is called. Yeah. See, you have to be graced for that.
Yeah, sure.
Especially if your love language is that of, I think we've done love language before here. If your love language is that of physical touch, physical presence, you want to see your partner, you want to talk to your partner physically, you want to touch them, you cannot enter into long distance relationship. It can be very challenging. But then where love is there, if the love means anything to you, the love should be worth it for you to really fight for it if your partner is not even there. So one of the things of advice I'll give to persons who are in long distance relationship is this. Number one, if it means anything to you, try to make it work. If the person means anything to you, if that love means anything to you, regardless of time, regardless of diverse difference in geographical time, difference in geographical location, you have to try to make sure you put in the needed and necessary work to make that relationship work. It takes extra effort, it takes extra time, but it's worth it. Secondly, a love that can pass through the test of long distance is a love that can stand the test of time.
That's true.
If that love can stand, because long distance relationship has a way of testing your love.
Definitely.
And also testing the foundation of the relationship. Because you're not seeing this person to sometimes carry out some of your love languages or your needs. So how do you keep holding on when this person is not there? The love is tested. So if that love can pass through the long distance thing, it is going to thrive. You want to also understand that love is not love is not just in the person. Love is in the heart. You must not see someone to be in love with the person. So long distance relationship teaches you that. Another thing I would advise to people who are in long distance relationship, you want to allocate or allot time for communication.
Very necessary.
Very, very important. See, if you're not talking with a partner you're not in long distance relationship with, when you are in long distance relationship with someone, you want to really talk to them, because communication is more or less what you have
That's
with each
the
other.
thing.
And once the communication is not there, the relationship is as good as dead. So you want to make sure you communicate with this person.
And not just communication, in detail.
Yes.
Because the person is not around you can't really tell what's going on.
Exactly.
You want eating, hey babe, I'm going to the gym this morning. Okay, you relate everything. Your day-to-day
Yes,
activity to the person.
but I want, with what you're saying, I want to put something there.
Okay.
There are red flags also that can signal danger in your person when you're dating someone that is not close to you, like the long distance relationship. Obsessive communication and checking. You know, some person, it shows you don't truly trust the
them.
person.
I
So
guess.
if you want to come into long distance relationship with someone, you want to trust your partner. Your partner wants to know you trust them. See, trust them until they break the trust. Give them the benefit of the doubt. But do you know what some persons do in long distance relationship? They were like, tell me where you are. The person say, I'm in the office. Show me.
Video call.
Video the call. Show me. What? I'm hearing a noise. Who is that person in your room?
Yeah.
Who is? And the person is like, what? Forgetting that you people are so far away. Yeah. And your partner will be like, why is she distrusting me? Or why is it distrust? So you really want to trust your partner. In as much as you're calling, make sure the communication is there, but then you can also allocate time for communication. Okay, I come back from work by so time, you come back from work, we have to talk. Make sure you also talk about everything. Tell them, share your good moments, your bad moments, your ups, your downs, your highlights, your lowlights with them. It makes them feel like they are part of you, even when they are so far away. Yes, you want to say good morning, very important, and good night. You're sharing both your morning and also your night with them. Very important. See, when you do that, they don't come to suspect you that, he's with somebody or she's with somebody. Why didn't he tell me good night? That means make sure you tell each other good night and also good morning. You also want to ensure that you celebrate. You do your celebrations with each other. You can do video calls. Let your partner see you. Hello, honey. Look at me. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday. What do you know? Hello, honey. I miss you. Always use the word I love you.
Yeah.
See, if you're in a short distance relationship, you're not saying the word I love you. In long distance relationship, you want to tell your partner I love. Very important. See, you don't even throw away that one. Always tell them, I love you. You look beautiful. I miss you. All this goes to show that, okay, we are far away, but then we are making this thing work. Share your visions, your values with each other. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going to. And then make sure in your communication you're planning on how to come back together, because the long distance relationship thing, I don't think you're hoping that it's going to be forever. No. You marry on long distance. You do everything
marry
long distance. I don't understand long distance. No. So you keep giving your partner the assurance that I know this is going to be for a while. I cannot wait to see you. I cannot wait to come home. Exactly. Yes. Now, if you're married, and let's say for one thing or the other, your husband is sent out for on job or whatever, is out of the country, or you're having a long distance relationship thing, how do you now bridge the gap when it comes to your sexual feelings and your emotional feelings? How do you do that? Like I said, I said you have to be graceful. This
definitely.
So in this particular scenario, there's something we call the physical sexual satisfaction and the emotional sexual satisfaction. Because most times, one of the problems or issues partners have with a long distance relationship is, how do we connect emotionally? Once the emotional connection is not there, the tendency for partners to cheat becomes very high. So how do you connect with your husband? How do you meet his needs? Especially because men like sex. They feel emotionally connected when they share their body with their wives. So what do? You have to try to send love text messages. Tell him how you feel. Tell him how your body is. Sexting. sexting with your husband.
You know, this particular thing you brought up, I really, you know, there are most women, it's really common among married women. It's very rare for you to see a married woman sex chatting with her husband. You know, they say all those things like, it's carnal or something. And it's all these little things that all these young girls are break home, seriously, because they are ready to do it.
If you are a married woman, and your husband is far away, or you're married, my wife is far away, how do you bridge that gap?
That's the
See, you have to be vulnerable more. Let them know, I'm feeling you tonight. I miss you tonight. I'm honey tonight. I'm this tonight. I want you tonight. I feel like this tonight. Hello. That the person will be like, wow, my wife misses me. Exactly. My husband misses me. I need to come home. Exactly. I miss them.
You see the need to come back.
Yes, I miss them. Not you hide it. You hide your emotion. The person, he's not even missing me. She's not even missing me. Do you know what will happen? Suspicion starts coming.
Definitely.
The woman will be like, since my husband have not even told me, how does he even do about that sex? He has not even told me he's missing me. Are you sure there is one side chick is not there? In fact, now I have to be checking him. I will bombard him with calls. In fact, you should show me where he is. 12 o'clock, they say, show me your bed. Show me video. Let me know if because what you are not telling her. You're not telling him how you feel. So this is a time for you to learn vulnerability, because that's what is going to bridge the gap. It's not easy, but the long distance relationship, can it work? Yes, it can, depending on how knowledgeable partners are about the dynamics into making long distance relationship work. That's why we have issues like this.
All right, should I say I'm beginning to change my thoughts? But no, I'm not changing it.
No, you're not called for it.
No, I'm not called. I agree. I'm not called. So you just head for yourself, and like, if there's anything that's really needed for long distance relationship, is trust. Because I think that is the number one thing. Because I'm not seeing you, you're not seeing me. I don't know what you're doing. You just want to believe you're doing perfectly fine, and we communicate. Tell me I love you. Tell me I miss you. It's necessary. So I told you earlier, it's Think Tank TV. I'm Kinema Precious. In case you are new, don't forget to subscribe. I'll come and look for you. Click on the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up and comment. We do really appreciate it. So we'll know what to give you. We'll know what to talk about the next time. Bye for now.
Thank you.